You know, my problem with this all the time is it's the Eric and Tony show. So I'll start it.
Yeah.
And I want this in the beginning.
Yeah.
This is episode 57 of the Eric and Tony podcast show.
You still
I
fucked it up.
That's why I always fuck it up. That's why I don't want to be the host.
It says it right
And just
there.
so you know, Emily, our guest, Emily Fleming, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is how Eric and I live. We've been.
Put this in slow mo when I do that.
This is just going to be a wild podcast all over the
Is
place.
it? Why?
We've known each other for like 25 years, so we are.
So
We're
since
like-
you were embryos.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not even, we're just sparkling our dad's ball sacks before we.
Oh, sparkles. That's nice.
Sparkles.
But we will be bickering like an old married couple, and that's just how.
Yeah,
Don't
we
feel
know-
uncomfortable. This is just completely
Yeah.
natural.
Oh, don't worry. I'm used to working on a show where two men bicker all the time.
All right, you feel right at home, then.
Yes. Do you mean your podcast?
No.
Okay.
No. I work for a YouTube show where two men bicker. But not really. They're best.
Seems like a lot of YouTube
Yeah.
shows.
Well,
right?
I think that a healthy friendship or relationship in general revolves around being honest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And bickering can be a result of that.
it's true.
Well, we love to bicker, and
Yeah, we don't hold anything back on each other. That's for sure.
Great. Okay.
Inside or
I'll try
outside this
to-
podcast studio, so it's pretty open. Sorry if anybody's hearing like a dog eating a bone. There is a dog
so
in the
stoked.
studio today. The first time having a dog in the studio while doing a podcast, so we'll try to keep it down.
There's his little head.
Yeah, well, we'll show him off a little bit later.
So welcome back to
Yeah.
episode 57 of the
Yeah.
Eric and Tony show with our guest Emily Fleming.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Thank you for being on the show. And I guess we're gonna talk about dogs because we have a dog in studio.
Yeah,
First time
we
ever.
were talking about it before
We
the
were all
dog.
talking
podcast.
about before the podcast. We're big fans
Yes.
of dogs.
And this dog is so special. I really love this dog. He was saying that he didn't want to bring in the dog because it was going to like trip over wires or whatever. But what a good dog.
Right now, he's doing great. We'll see how
He's
it
got a bone
goes.
that's
He's got
like
an hour.
half his body weight, so he's not going anywhere.
He's also surrounded by people. He
Yeah.
probably feels like nice and comforted by that. Nice couch.
Yeah, I felt bad. He was home all day, by himself. He had a good like 6 hours by himself.
Yeah,
and
they just like to be around people.
yeah,
You know?
I mean,
And if anyone's going to have an accident on the couch, it's going to be me because I'm on my period and I suck at predicting when I need to change it. Yeah.
like she ate the cords. She
No,
on the couch.
I bled all over
Yeah,
the cords.
she's like
Way more
tore
mess
up the
than
place.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't help but think that Ernie's just kind of like, Dad, check out how I'm eating this bone, dude. Look at this. Isn't this fucking cool?
I
That's-
mean, yeah, he's
Yeah.
showing dominance.
For sure.
Yeah, you said you wanted to talk about men and little dogs.
Okay,
So what? Yeah, what?
I think there's nothing hotter than a man with a little dog.
That's not why I told her we were talking about this.
So masculine about it because he doesn't care like what you think. He loves this little dog, and it like that is like manly to me.
I think small dogs are very underrated. I never
I agree.
had pets growing up, and so this breed is my first breed of like dog that I ever own.
Yeah.
And I
And
was
you're on your second one.
and on my second one. This
Yeah.
is my second dog.
So you have
first
two
one.
dogs.
I
No.
had a previous dog passed away about
Aw.
5-6 months ago. He lived to be 18, so he had a really
That's a
really good
great
run.
life. That's a long life.
Had a great run. And then got I'm like breed loyal now, brand loyal I should say. Like so I'm like only gonna get
Says the
miniature
hat and shirt.
dachshunds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I love.
just noticed that.
Yeah.
So
He loves little dogs.
I
yeah.
love.
kind of
Yeah.
It's like a Lacoste logo almost.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I'll take that
very
as a
cool.
compliment. Yeah, so like again, like the center of my world, like the best thing ever. So I'm like, I'll just
love
make.
that.
I'm like, I don't like other people's clothes that much, so I'll just make my own. So I just started
So
making
you
my
made
own.
this?
Yeah, it's just like my a online store that I
Dude,
make like.
I want this. I want that
Thanks.
shirt. Like I like that tan color. I think
Yeah.
that's the thing. But I love the logo. It's
Thank you.
almost makes him look like a Loch Ness monster in
Yeah.
a way.
Yeah.
Like the tail that curves back.
And he can be
What other
sometimes.
colors do you have?
A billion other colors,
Okay.
like all colors. They're all like everything on the website is basically unisex. So like these are all like really soft and like
That means-
stretchy and
Male and female.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna be
Yeah.
like, let's see the greens and the purples.
Yeah, I got some greens
I
and
don't
purples
have enough
on
of that
there.
in my closet.
I need to up my colors on there too. But yeah, like having, I think, small dogs, it goes overlooked because everything is so much smaller. The poop, the food, when they're misbehaving.
Poop's the main thing. That's like the nicest thing about a small dog. It's
Yeah.
like
I never gave a fuck. Oh no, I already swore.
Yeah.
You can
That's fine.
swear away.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 more left.
4 more.
Use 'em
Oh, no. Okay. I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
Well,
big
please-
dog
please
shit.
swear.
Because I grew up with a golden retriever. I know.
Wait, no, okay.
I'm such a Tennessee
Yeah.
white girl, like fucking fantasy childhood.
But did you have to clean up the dog shit, or did you have a backyard for it to shit in? And then a poop
Oh no,
scooper?
but you got to scoop the poop
The scooping
Yeah.
in
is
the
different, though.
backyard. So my dad
Yeah.
would wake up my sister and I on like Saturdays.
Yeah.
And
a good shit
Saturdays,
day.
I hated Saturdays
Yeah.
during childhood. I loved my childhood, but there were
Saturday
certain
was
things
shit
that
day.
I remember about being a kid, and I'm glad that I'll never experience them again.
Yeah.
And one is like chore day. So like
Yeah.
Saturdays, it would be like wake you up early, and you could hear your mom just like banging pots around, like cleaning them, like nobody helps me, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you get up, and then you gotta like it's a lot of Windexing,
Yeah.
a lot
Oh, yeah.
of that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Did
And
you guys
then-
rotate chores, or did you just have a designated job all the time?
Oh, I tricked my sister into
Okay.
doing the worst chores.
Oh, yeah. Which
like-
was...
My little sister, so we had to clean the upstairs bathroom, which we shared that bathroom. And I convinced her that cleaning the toilet was ew, gross. And so I was like, you can clean the shower bathtub with tiles on the walls,
Yeah.
which is way harder.
Yeah, for sure.
Like way harder.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, ew, gross. I have to put this stick
Oh,
in here.
yeah.
and
You're like
clean
Tom
it.
Sawyer
It
dumb
was
or
like
whatever.
4 feet
it
away from
was
the other
very
bathroom.
Tom
You're like,
Sawyer,
oh,
like
this is-
totally. And then my sister like realized what I was doing, and she got so mad.
That's fine.
But yeah, we did that. But then there was like weed pulling, like
Yeah.
in the yard, which I hated that because they never end. There's
Yeah.
so many.
Yeah.
But then there was
Never
Scoop
ends.
the poop day
Yeah.
because we had a fenced-in backyard where he played and stuff. He humped our tire swing.
That's hilarious.
He had a tire swing.
What? How
We
is that even
never
possible?
Neutered him because we were gonna be like, oh, he's a purebred golden retriever. We
Yeah.
got the papers.
Yeah.
We could breed him with another one and make money. I don't know. Like, how does that work? Like, you find another like female golden retriever. Like,
Yeah.
it just seems. I guess we just thought he was such a beautiful, perfect dog,
Yeah.
which he really was.
Yeah.
Such a good dog.
How old did he live?
He lived to be 12.
Okay.
Big dogs don't live as
Did you
long.
get him as a puppy?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I
That's
did.
cool.
Like I was 9. My sister was 4, and we were in Missouri at my grandparents' house, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go on a little like trip to this park or something before you guys drive back home to Tennessee." And so we went to this like beautiful farm field, and we drove in, and there's just like puppies running everywhere. And
Yeah.
we were like, what? And then we got out, and they brought us over to this fenced-in area, and there are 2 golden retriever puppies in there, and we were like, cool. So it's like a petting zoo, or like
Yeah.
like
being a kid, being
I
so
wanted
naive to
everybody
it.
else had a cat or a dog
Yeah.
in like my neighbors, all the kids, and I had a hamster, and my sister thought it was so cute that she squeezed it almost to
Oh,
death.
shit.
It
she
lived
doing
another
now?
year, but it lived another year.
It's really long after that.
I've
point.
actually tried to do stand up about this because
That's pretty fun.
the dads in my neighborhood are like, I'm destined to be heartbroken forever because the men that I grew up around are the most wonderful men I've ever known. They're just such good dads
Yeah.
and so sweet and everything. But now I'm like, no one's ever gonna.
Yeah, you gotta-
to
It's gonna make
live
that
up
generation
to
where
these
that
people.
model no longer exists.
Well, I think it can exist. I think it's just, I don't know. I think we're in Los Angeles pursuing something different than
Yeah.
that. If I stayed in Tennessee and had a solid career or something, which what is even solid at this point in the game?
Right.
Like
Something that
everything,
actually-
the economy's all
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
So, but what were you saying?
Well, no, but I had a hamster too, and
Tony also killed it.
exactly.
What was
also
the
thought
name
it
of the
was-
His name was
hamster?
Buttons. And
Buttons? Are
Buttons
you
was a
kidding?
he was a hand-me-down hamster.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
such a good hamster name.
It is a good hamster.
Buttons was a fucking dope
Buttons.
hamster.
Cute
He
as
was
a
like,
button.
Yeah, cute as a
and
button.
my aunt and uncle had
So
like
cute.
a series of like they had like a Noah's Ark basically of like animals and stuff. So they didn't have room
Wait,
for the
what do you-
hamster.
What do you mean, lizards?
They had everything. They had a cat that was a feral cat that they brought in the house that was trying to escape all the time that they called Lucky. And I was like, that's an ironic name because that cat definitely doesn't want to be in here.
That's so funny. Okay.
But they had too many animals, and like they just kind of gave me the hamster, and he broke out of our house, like broke out of the cage and shut that. And
Well, I
then
guarantee
burrowed
he
a hole
didn't
in
break out. He was in the walls.
He came exactly. And the thing is this, so like
No,
my
those
mom,
fuckers don't leave.
No,
They
it
get in
was
the
like-
walls and then they spawn like a freak.
There's a whole bunch of buttons in that
luckily
house now.
Buttons wasn't like able to spawn, but like post divorce, just peppering in nuggets of white trash in this. The hamster burrowed a hole in the wall, and he came out while my mom was taking a bath, and like I had to trap my hamster back into his cage after he got it. So I set a series of little like hamster treats into his cage.
How old were you when you did this?
I was in 2nd grade.
This
So
is
it's like
really
a fucking
cool.
like a gingerbread man trap.
This should have
idea,
been your
right?
science fair project.
Yeah.
This is Buttons. I caught him.
No, this
But-
is great.
It's like a Disney movie or something.
Yeah,
And then
so-
there was buttons.
Mouse Hunt.
And
Yeah,
exactly.
But then, but he would escape because like this is back in like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
had those like plastic things with all the little fucking like tubes and
And
shit.
they found
he
a
would
way to
chew-
get
yeah,
out
he would chew it
every
Dude, he had, like, the
fucking
most
time.
sharp
Like-
teeth. And then he bit me one time, and my dad tried to put him down and stuff. And then like
Put him down. What do you mean?
he's like, he bites you again, he's fucking out of here. And I was
But
like,
no. Putting down an animal is you take
Yeah.
him to the vet and you have them do it. Putting down a hamster is smashing the shit out of
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
What did your dad
Stepping on
do?
Well, what happened was Buttons
God.
ended up. I think he
Put
had
him
an
in a
allergic
potato
reaction.
gun.
Hey, Peter,
blast
him
tune
out. This is
in
what
right
happened.
now.
We were playing with him on the kitchen counter, as one does, right?
Yeah.
And then he had like gotten some like his eyes got gummy and he fell off the counter, which is like a 1,000-foot fall for him. And then he just never really recovered.
my
He was like
God.
dead a couple days later. It was like we had to bury him in the backyard.
Oh, so you
And
didn't
my
put him
dog dug
down. He
up.
just straight up committed suicide.
He suicide himself. Yeah,
yeah.
He's
He,
like,
Suicide
he
himself.
really wasn't digging the lifestyle.
yeah,
Button
so
was not long for this life.
his
He's
little
like,
button eyes were now X'd out. and
Oh
stuff, yeah.
boy! No,
Button
we had
eyes.
my hamster's name was Snow White because
This is a brown hamster, of course, right?
no, it was a peach hamster.
Oh, really? That's hilarious.
But I
like a science hamster.
Okay, so this one family. Here's the thing about hamsters.
Wait, real quick. What's your thought on gerbils compared to being a hamster owner?
I don't know the difference.
They have
Do
the
they
long
have a tail?
gross tail. Yeah, the long tail.
I've never had a gerbil. I don't know the difference.
They're very similar. I like the no tail look of a
Well, aren't they a
hamster.
little bit bigger, fluffier,
might
and
be.
softer too?
I don't know. I think they look. I mean, in a lineup of faces, I would think they look all the same. But I was always
Yeah.
partial to hamsters instead of gerbils and stuff, and I don't really like rats.
Well, the guinea pig thing, which
It's too much rodent.
well, their teeth are bigger. I'm always scared of getting bit by a guinea pig because that looks like it could do
Yeah,
some
it
damage.
looks like it could hurt.
But Chapel Roan is a hamster girl and posted videos before she was famous with her hamster like putting little cowboy hats on it and stuff. And I was like,
Oh, is that the one that like she holds like the like walking stick and it grabs it or holds a little sign?
Yes. Okay. I
Yeah.
think she's got a bunch of them, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love Chapel Roan. And then I was like, oh, she's got guinea pigs.
Yeah.
I could do a guinea pig. I don't know.
I was thinking
But-
about doing those, but I was like, oh, how long do they live? And they don't live that long compared to like a dog where it's like, you know.
Or a chinchilla. Apparently, those can live for 20 years.
Really?
They
That's-
live forever, and a lot of people don't realize that because it's around the size of a
Really?
guinea pig.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. I was
You're
like
stuck
obsessed
with
with
that
that.
thing
For sure. And that's
Ever.
yeah. Then you have to figure out how to like care for it if you go on vacation.
They're not
yeah.
easy to care for either.
No.
They're like hard to care for. But I ultimately want to continue having sex with men. So I just think the guinea pig thing, I've
Yeah.
already got an American Girl doll that I keep on my bed. And I think that's a big strike against me. But my thing is my American Girl doll is like a security system. Because if you break in my apartment, and I always turn her head to the door.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
and
that
there's
probably.
just this thing. You're like, fuck this, and then you're gonna leave.
So have you ever had that where you brought somebody over?
Yes.
That they did you have
'Cause
to like
sometimes-
pre-warn them or how do you do that? Like
If
Or
I
you throw it in the
forget. I always
closet or
forget that
something.
she's on the bed. But the thing is, if I know the guy's coming over, like I'm planning for it.
Yeah.
Of course, she goes in her hiding spot.
In her designated American Girl house.
it's just like an arm hanging out of a
No, it's
closet
in a
door or
little
something?
laundry basket situation.
Which probably looks even scarier.
Oh yeah, if you were to see it, oh
American Girl
yeah,
jail, yeah.
way scarier. But
Sad. Nothing. Never. Don't even look over there. Don't go in that
Got a little
closet.
Yeah,
mini TV in there. And so that's
It's like
I'm
just
sorry I had to put you in here, Betsy.
fold
I'm
it up.
sorry. Yeah.
I don't feel
Corpse.
right about closing the closet because then she doesn't have any air. You got to get air holes for the American Girl
Yeah.
doll. But no, so sometimes I'll forget and like, or it'll be like I meet somebody
Yeah.
and bring them over the
Yeah.
night I meet them.
Yeah.
Like,
How does that conversation happen? What is that like?
I forget. They just walk in. They go, "Oh my god," and I'm like, "Yeah, sorry." You might as well know who I am
yeah,
now.
sorry.
You know, like you might as well know.
This is us.
I
Shortcut, yeah, now
have
you know
never
it, yeah.
been married and I don't have children. Thusly, American Girl doll.
You say that like as you open the like before you open your door, like just so you know, I've never been married, don't have children.
I hope you love American history
Yeah.
and
This
dolls.
shit's gonna get crazy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, whatever.
That's good.
Yeah,
Don't-
I just spent a lot of money on a new outfit for my American Girl doll. Actually,
So what
I'm
is
not
the
good with
What is a lot of money? I mean, I don't really know the cost.
$100.
Okay. Oh, really?
for a doll's outfit.
Oh, thank God I have
For a
boy,
doll that-
It
'cause-
came with shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a he, not a her.
No, it's a her.
Oh, it's a her.
The outfit came with shoes.
Oh, I thought you said he came with you.
no,
I
no.
said thank God I have a boy,
The
'cause
outfit
it-
comes
yeah.
with shoes. It's not just the clothes.
Oh, okay.
It's little Birkenstock sandals.
And how much is the doll itself?
The doll? I've had it since I was 8 years old.
Oh my God. Okay. What's like?
Oh, I have all of my action figures
Nice.
in my apartment.
Alright.
Like,
What kind of action figures do you have though?
I have Power Rangers,
Okay.
X-Men, and
Alright.
Pee Wee Herman, and then some
Nice.
Batman stuff.
Okay.
And then some Star Wars stuff. But I was mostly into Power Rangers and X-Men. Like I was really into Pee Wee when I was a baby. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
and my parents love Pee Wee too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I was born in Arkansas, but when I was 3, we moved to Nashville because my parents are musicians, and that's
Okay.
the move.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If my parents were comedians, I would have grown up here or in New York.
Right.
You know, but yeah, even when I was like little, like 2 or 3, I watched it all the time, and my
Yeah.
dad loved it. There was also kind of a country music element to Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had Cowboy Curtis,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Morpheus, right?
Morpheus. Why Lawrence Fishburne,
Yeah.
and then
Which is crazy to think. Like when you watch that stuff back, there's a few like pretty famous people that were involved
They
in that
really
show,
are.
and that were like now have like these giant careers, and you're like, oh yeah, that was like the guy that walked around in Pee Wee's Playhouse and like was and
Yeah.
had his like cowboy hat and his chaps with
I
the
have
cow.
the action figure of him.
Oh no way!
And it's probably my favorite one. It's so detailed. His like cowboy outfit is like pink and purple and black, and there's like studs and spurs all over it, and he's got this great like he's got kind of a mullet situation.
Yeah.
His, like white cowboy hat.
yeah,
is
yeah,
so
yeah.
nice.
Like a mullet Jerry curl deal
Yes,
going on.
It's so good. His character is so well designed. I love that action figure, and his little knees move, and the elbows move,
Yeah.
and the arm. Like they're
They made
very
toys
good
dope back
toys.
then,
Like
yeah.
those toys are really good. But I have almost all of the Pee Wee action figures. But Pee Wee came with a cloth blazer for some reason. All of it is
Really?
solid plastic, but he had a cloth gray blazer.
That's hilarious.
And that thing is gone. I don't know where that went. I think I got it off and it
Was
disintegrated.
he just wearing a T-shirt then?
He's wearing like a white
white-
button-up
yeah, the
with
white
his little
by the
red
bow
bow
tie.
tie and his gray pants and his cool white.
Like I don't know
That's
if you
bizarre,
could
yeah.
recreate that show nowadays. Like I'd love to actually watch it as an adult. Like having like I grew up with
I don't
that
think kids
that
would
show.
like
Yeah, that's what I wonder if like
But would
how
kids even
crazy
like
it
Barney?
was.
No.
No, well, no one likes Barney.
Yeah, no,
I think
yeah.
we all knew it was horrible
Yeah.
when we watched it, but it was so mesmerizing. I don't know why.
Well, Barney
Yeah.
was like that was like my younger brother's I guess generation. Same with like Power Rangers, but Pee Wee's Playhouse is definitely like something that you wake up, pull
It was the
pour
80s.
yourself a bowl of cereal and
Yeah.
watch that. That was
Yeah.
like one of the shows, but it was like such a crazy show. Like it's like kind of like a
But it
stoner
was
show almost. That
so like, okay, I don't have kids. I don't think I ever will. But when I think about things, if I were a parent that I would want to show my kid, like Pee Wee is so great because of all of the design
Yeah.
and colors
Yeah.
and interesting stuff where you're listening to so many different kinds of people with different voices
Yeah.
and different. It's just a lot of information when you're watching it, but it also conveys a sense of humor even if you don't know the jokes. Even
Right.
if you
Yeah.
don't understand the jokes, it's funny. I don't know what it is. When I was a kid, I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever
Right.
seen.
I wonder what like message it was conveying or trying to convey
It was
through
just
the show.
fun. All it
because like
was-
I'm
It's
trying
like word
to
of the day and stuff. It's expanding
Oh
vocabulary.
yeah, Word of the
Right.
Day was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also there was a lot of stuff about being polite because Pee-wee was kind of a cunt. Like he was. He
Yeah.
was selfish. He was like he would make mistakes, but all
Yeah.
of his friends
That's right.
would remind him,
Yeah.
"Hey,
Don't be an asshole.
don't be an asshole." It was like it's truly like they were like, "Pee-wee,
I gotta
you're
show
not
my
being
son
yourself."
Pee-wee.
Like
Yeah.
they're they call him out on it. So like the Christmas special was him being upset that everyone gave him a fruitcake. And by the end of the show, there's just a room full of fruitcakes. And he's like, "No one got me a present I wanted." That kind of thing. And then
Okay.
it's just like
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to watch it as an adult and see like what they were trying to do or like what good messages were
there was
came out of it. Because
plenty
as a kid,
of
you're just watching like
coded
yeah,
information for sure.
Yeah.
Like Katie Lang was a guest on the Christmas special.
really.
It's a pretty gay show. Like it's pretty clear.
Yeah, I can
which
see.
I don't know if Paul Rubin ever came out as gay. I think it's kind of like an assumption, but
Yeah.
the show is pretty fucking gay.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's safe to say.
Yeah,
And-
His house is pretty fucking dope. It just went on the market like a few months ago. Did
Oh,
you see
I
that?
saw it.
Yeah, it was dope as
Whose?
fuck. Paul Rubin's
Oh,
house.
really?
Rubin's
Yeah.
house.
It was very like mid-century modern, like
It was, but it was still kind of had that. I feel like Pee-wee's like moment. Did you ever see Earth Girls Are Easy?
yeah.
Fucking great movie.
Yeah, yeah.
It's free with ads on YouTube, by the way. By the
Plug.
way, I have a podcast.
Yeah.
I have a podcast on Maximum Fun podcast
Maximum
network,
Fun.
MaximumFun.com. We're also on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. But I have a podcast with my very good friend Jordan Morris and Matt Lieb, who is our producer, but he won't shut the fuck up. So I feel like he's kind of now a host. And he's super fucking funny, and I love him very much, and he's great. But yeah, we talk about movies that are free with ads on the internet or like legally, by the way.
Okay.
Because YouTube has a section. If you go to movies and TV, you can click on this little bar that says free with ads, and the catalog is wild. It is a huge catalog of movies, like
Yeah.
classic movies, comedies, things you'd forget about from the 90s and
Yeah.
the 80s, 2000 stuff. Like we just did Godzilla 1999.
Matthew Broderick.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
hilarious.
trash.
Yeah.
It's so,
Yeah.
but the soundtrack is lit. That's one of the best movie soundtracks ever.
Of
Rage
course.
Against the Machine,
Yeah.
Jamiroquai,
Really?
Green
Yeah,
Day,
yeah, yeah.
Wallflowers.
I remember
That's
Green Day was
cool.
on there. I just saw them at SoFi.
No.
Yeah.
How was
It's
it?
fucking awesome. It was like probably the coolest concert I've ever been to in my entire life. Like,
Badass.
literally, like, I've seen Green Day a couple times. I saw them back in like '95 when I was like
Wow, that was like
12 or 13,
heyday.
depending upon where exactly. Back when like Billy Joe Armstrong was still like a punk that would spit in the audience and like he mooned the audience and
I
got
didn't
arrested.
know he spit in the
Oh,
audience.
he was like a
Oh, he was
true,
like throwing mud at the
Yeah, he was like a
94
little-
Woodstock.
yeah,
he was
just
like
a-
this dirty. I thought he was British when I started
He's a
listening to
dirty
him as a
little
He does
kid.
have that singing accent,
Yeah.
la 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 la, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
He just
that-
looked
yeah.
British to me, and I was like, "Oh, this guy's British." And then he's talking. I was
It's
like,
the
"Oh, this
teeth,
guy's
right?
like,
The
yeah,
teeth.
yeah." His
Yeah.
teeth is like
Little
just
sunken in little eyes.
his hair, like
Have
everything.
you seen it without his makeup?
No,
Somebody.
that's hilarious.
You gotta look.
Really?
When we're done with this, go look up a video of him without his makeup, and you're like,
Really? Does
It's
he look-
interesting though because like
I feel like he hasn't aged at all. Like he's just one of those
no,
guys
he
that like
hasn't.
looks
he
the
just
same.
looks totally different
Yeah.
without his makeup.
Really?
well like it was the 30th
Much like
anniversary
me.
of like of Dookie, right? So like
Yeah.
that's crazy in its own right. I'm like that fucking album is 30 years old. Kind of like we were talking about before the podcast.
Yeah.
Bands that like when I first moved out here in 2003 were doing 20th anniversaries of like Poison and all these like 80s bands. I'm like they're so
Yeah.
old now. Like bands that I grew up on
Are now-
are doing 30-year-old
Totally.
anniversaries, and then it's also the 20th anniversary of American Idiot. So they played both those albums during the same. They played for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
So it's interesting seeing them play something that they first came out with in the first few years as a band to something that came out like 10, 13 years into their like band, and then how much developed they are like as musicians, because like they have like 3+ decades of being like musicians. They're like certified rock stars. They're no longer like punk rock kings, if you will, and shit. But
well, I'd say that they are pop musicians
Absolutely.
at this point, because once you cross over into top 40, I feel like you can claim to be part of another subgenre all you want, but you are now popular music.
Well, they started the set off with Dookie, and I was like, yeah, I knew every word, and then by the time I got to American Idiot, I'm like, all right, these are okay songs. Like, can we play Dookie again? Like, can we go back again? Like,
well, so the Godzilla soundtrack, it's Brain Stew,
which is off the Insomniac.
Off the Dookie album.
No, that's Insomniac.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it came out in like 95.
Oh, okay. I apologize. Anyway.
But still, that was like a 4-year-old song by the time that movie came out, a 3-year-old song.
That song, the Godzilla edit is lit.
Yeah.
And all it is they've added a Godzilla roar at weird moments of the song.
Hilarious.
But it still slaps so hard. Can I play some of it?
Sure.
Because you can't get it on Spotify. If you try to get
No,
we can't do it.
we can't.
No?
Oh, it'll get taken down.
Okay. It'll get taken down. You can't
Link
get it
in
on
bio.
Spotify, by the way. You can only get it on YouTube.
Huh.
Because the Godzilla edit. So it's just like dunna. So if you listen to the episode of Free with Ads about Godzilla 99, Matt, our producer, has supercut that into a Sugar Ray song at the end
That's
of it.
hilarious.
It's really good. But yeah, no.
Wait, what Sugar Ray song?
Every morning there's
That's hilarious.
That's good.
Man.
It's pretty funny.
That's funny.
But yeah, there's movies are doing that to me now too, because there's anniversaries for movies, and I feel like so Princess Bride is my favorite movie
Great movie.
of all time.
Yeah.
And it
Killer
came
cast.
out. It was either 85 or 86. I was born in 86.
Okay.
And when I turned 4, my mom and dad, like my dad was a touring musician. He is currently now, and sometimes when he would come home, mom and dad need alone time, right?
Put on Princess Bride, going to the den.
No, my mom had a single female friend who was also a musician, like met my family through like songwriter groups or whatever. Her name was Sarah Martin. She was lit. So she was a single, beautiful like woman in her late 30s who had this house. Oh my God, this house was so cool. And she had Barbies for me to play with, a costume chest.
Wow.
And then she's like, I got you a movie that you have to watch. And I was pissed because I wanted to watch a Disney movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, I promise you the movie. And
That's cool.
it changed my fucking life. I remember seeing this movie and being like, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
And every joke was funny. And every year I watch it again, new things are funny too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
But ultimately, my favorite thing about Princess Bride is that it is about male friendship. There's only pretty much 1.5 female characters.
Yeah.
And it's all about these dudes kind of getting over their hang-ups
Yeah.
to get a job done and then becoming like really good friends in the process. Like they're helping a guy get revenge. They're helping this guy get his bride.
Yeah.
He's helping somebody deal with his drinking problem.
Right.
And then like there's like all this like they get a guy sober in the middle of the movie. That's pretty amazing. Like it's like there's no AA
Right,
in
it was
in the
medieval
King's
AA.
Woods.
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
don't know. But and then at the heart of it all, it's a grandfather bonding with his grandson.
Yeah, Fred Savage.
Reading the story to him.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I think one of the most important movies for masculinity. Like,
Is that Free with Ads?
no.
Oh.
No one will
Gotta
make
pay
that
for it.
movie free with ads. And if anyone remakes it, I'm going to be so sad.
I wouldn't be
won't do anything
I'm
violent,
actually
but I would
surprised.
Well,
want
they
to.
better not remake
I'm
that.
surprised
That's
they
like-
haven't talked about doing that because
They
apart from
have,
Andre
and
the
people are like,
Giant.
don't fucking touch it.
Yeah.
It's like how you don't touch Young Frankenstein. We're not
Well,
fucking remaking
I heard they're doing
that.
Goonies. We talking about that on our
That's
last
a sequel,
podcast.
It's different.
which
Sequel.
is
Eric doesn't
gonna
understand two
blow.
different sequels and
Blow,
remakes.
by the way.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
They were trying to talk about remaking one of my favorite movies, Big Trouble in Little China, and that is super sacrilegious because
yeah.
wouldn't be directed by John Carpenter. You wouldn't have fucking
Yeah,
Kurt
that's
Russell.
just not something that needs to be remade.
They wanted to have The Rock as Kurt Russell. I'm like,
Can
no.
we
Nah.
stop it? The Rock can't do everything, okay?
Yeah.
He can't
He's also
even...
not an everyman. That's the appeal to Kurt Russell in
He
that
is
role.
not an everyman.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell is not an everyman either, but he's got this kind of scrappy whatever kind of thing going on. And God, Kurt Russell's so hot.
Kurt
so
Russell's
hot.
the shit.
To this day, one of the hottest men alive.
He's
There's a picture
he's
I
a
saw
dope
on
dude.
Instagram, and he was taking picture of a store window because Kate Hudson was the model for it, just so he could show her that, like, hey, you're in this window. But then,
Good dad.
I've got an even cuter story. Oh my God. Okay, so Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
Never been married. Fucking relationship goals. Like,
Yeah.
stayed in love their whole lives.
Yeah.
Ugh. Had kids from other marriages. Those kids, it's like a blended, amazing, hot people family. At the Super Bowl this past year, their golden retriever was in the Budweiser commercial with the horse.
Oh, no way.
And the dog was there. They filmed themselves seeing the commercial for the first time, and the dog is there, and they all go, "Look, it's Buddy!" And Buddy's like, "What?" Like, he's like losing his mind. They're like, "Wait, he's coming back, Buddy!" Like, they're losing their mind.
That makes me like
That's
them even
hilarious.
more. Like
It's-
Overboard, when they were in Overboard together, fucking another killer movie.
fucking
Great movie.
problematic movie, but because
Very
of their
problematic, yeah.
chemistry,
Super.
because their chemistry was just so sweet
Yeah.
and romantic, you were like, I guess.
Yeah, but that's like one of
An
those.
amnesic revenge kidnapping plot.
Yeah, there's a lot of non-consensual stuff, but
Yeah.
ooh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
It-
It's fucked.
it was-
But
it-
yeah, they're
it
cool
was
as fuck.
fucked.
But it's fucked.
And they
but,
end up getting out of debt by making a miniature golf course, you know. Rather-
Yeah.
God damn it! You're gonna make me come.
I think so many of those movies though, like you couldn't make them just because everything you can't really say and do a lot
But
of the
also,
things that they got
we're
away with
supposed to be
back
making
then.
something new anyway.
Right.
So
Right.
it's like I sometimes I think about that stuff too, where it's like, oh, you could never make that today, and it's like, yeah, because today's
want
today.
to.
We got new ideas.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean,
We
I
can
think
make new shit.
I think everybody that isn't pulling the levers in like the entertainment business has new ideas, but the ones that are like really behind the scenes are like, no, we're just gonna remake
you see
this
how
and
many of
reboot
the-
this.
yeah,
It's like over and over and over
But
again.
every
It's
once
like,
in a while, something like Fleabag happens, or something like Parks and Rec happens.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, I'm trying to think of another one that like blew everyone away. I mean, Game of Thrones, something like that happens.
Yeah,
where
that's
it's
true.
Like, Jesus, this is a huge project.
Yeah.
It could fail bad.
yeah. Breaking Bad.
But,
Breaking Bad was really
The
good.
Sopranos. Like, there have been nothing
Sopranos,
like
yeah.
that before that happened. Like,
Yeah.
that's how we keep this like business going.
But all those
Like,
examples
Yeah.
are at least 10 to 20 years old. You know what I mean? That's the crazy thing.
okay,
is
that's
like,
true. But there was, I know I have another. Oh, Bridgerton is like. Here's the thing.
I haven't
Here's
seen
what
one episode of that.
Bridgerton is no bullshit, and can I tell you why? Shonda Rhimes, she's also like created so many shows that
Yeah.
became incredibly popular when it seemed like it wouldn't. Like it just there was nothing like it. I mean, Grey's Anatomy. How did that? Like we had ER, we've had other like hospital shows,
Yeah.
but this
Yeah.
movie managed to fit romance into it in a way that like had never been seen before.
Yeah.
It was like a
There's a lot of
feminine,
like
romantic, like
it's like a
hospital drama.
romance
Yeah.
novel
Yes.
like show though,
But
right?
she also does intrigue really well because she did How to Get Away with Murder, which
Didn't
was
she also do,
fucking great, huh?
What was that other one like the girls used to watch all the time with the dude Columbus Short? It was like another Scandal. Didn't she do Scandal too?
She did do
Yeah.
Scandal.
Scandal.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't know, she's knows how to hook. I mean, I'm sure like straight men maybe don't give a shit.
That's something you watch with your girlfriend because I had to watch all
Well,
that shit. at some
yeah.
point in
The
time.
thing
I was
is,
gonna
I
say,
am
like,
a dad
you get
that's
to
very
intrigue with it,
masculine,
yeah.
but he unfortunately had 2 daughters, and he has his wife, so he's just surrounded by girls.
No, there's nothing. Yeah.
And he started loving Sex in the City. He likes to talk about Samantha. He's like, that's so nice that she said that." Like he like he likes
Yeah.
because my mom's into it, and then she got into Outlander,
Okay.
which is like a
Viking. No.
I think you should get into it. It's
Yeah.
based on a book series, but it's like an Irish woman
Irish
who
woman.
touches a rock and then goes back in time
Oh.
to like like I don't know, Braveheart era, and then like is stuck there. But she's a woman from the 1960s.
Huh.
And then falls in love with this guy, and then will touch the rock and go back. And like she has a husband there, and then this guy she's madly in love with in the past.
Oh wait, I think I watched some of that.
It's super hot. Everybody's into it.
I was forced to watch some of that.
Well, the ladies are into it, and I've never watched it.
Which is funny because then that's like a time traveling adulteress. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes, it is.
It's two different timelines. I'm not really.
Oh, you're catching on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's why it's hot. It's
That's
this
hilarious.
woman getting two men to be madly in love with her,
Yeah.
having kids with both of them too. Holy shit! And like, it's hot. It's super hot. But she reads all the books, and my dad, I guess she goes, Jamie, like her like her lover's name is Jamie. So every once in a while, if my mom's talking about it, my dad will go, Jamie. It's Jamie. And we're Scottish, I guess. Is it Scotland or Ireland? I can't remember. Anyway, so there's that. But the romance stuff for women right now is having a huge renaissance. Like these smut books that are a big deal. I'm not a reader. But
that Bridgerton, I've seen like a couple
Bridgerton
episodes of it,
old.
and I'm like forced to
Bridgerton.
watch it. I'm like, are you watching porn?
Yes,
Like, what? I'm like,
yes, we are.
I'm like, why don't you just watch
Because-
porn? I always said, I'm like,
because
this is
no
like
porn is made for
softcore-
us.
Softcore porn.
everything on the internet is not made for us. Like there's one guy that I keep seeing on Instagram where people are showing tattoos, and they put up this one tattoo and they're like, if you know, you know. Because it's this one guy who fucks for women. Like when you watch it, it's like, yes. And he's skinny. He's really skinny and kind of looks like metal guy. But
Okay.
he's like hot, and he has like dark hair, and he's got these letters of the alphabet up his torso and over his ass too.
In Bridgerton, or just
No,
like
no,
in
no,
real
in
life?
Real
Porn.
life.
Oh,
You
in
can-
porn.
This is
Okay.
porn. This is like the
It's hard to
only
differentiate.
porn I watch is this guy who's just
The
like,
female pleaser.
Whoa,
They probably
it
have
looks like it
Bridgerton
feels
porn.
Good. Like you can tell it feels good what he's doing. You're like, holy shit! I wish someone would fuck me like that. Like, and he like talks dirty in like kind of a romantic way, and it's
Interesting.
very sensual.
I'm gonna subtly choke you.
Whereas, yeah. And whereas, like, everything else is just slapping a woman who's already crying, and then
A lot of
like,
comments.
continuing
A
with
lot
it.
of comments in the porn section on that from other women. Do women do that?
I've
I think it's
always
funny when
wondered who does the comments
Right.
in the porn comment
right.
section.
I think
Yeah.
I will read them because it's fucking hilarious.
I don't read them. How are some of the comments?
They're like all like, it's so weird. It's like they're like, oh man, where is she from, or where, like, what's going, like, and
Like
then you
anyone's
hear,
gonna give
and then
the
you have these weird guys talking to each other on there. They're like, oh, I think she's from this, or I think she's from this country, or on this video, and then they're like sending links. It's like this thread of just conversation of like, I'm like, you're like two dudes jerking off.
Hey,
They're
but you know
talking
what?
to each other right now,
Everyone
right?
needs a sense of community.
I guess so. It's I
Maybe
just
the
think
comment
it's
Eric, what's your
section-
username?
For real. I've never made comments.
Lonely Blue Eyes,
Yeah.
82.
I do have a collection. I have okay, so I'll say this. I have a porn folder. I have to talk to you about that in a minute. But the first thing I'm
porn
going to
folder.
say,
Okay.
I keep a folder of stuff that I like, and also
digital folder or a
no, it's
physical.
just in my note stock on my phone. It's not great, not well hidden. If I die in my apartment, I'm fucked. Like someone's gonna find it. It's gonna be horrible. Anyway, no, I think that there is a moment right now in feminine erotica that is gonna make a lot of money. So we're probably gonna see more and more.
Go on. We're trying to get funding for this podcast. What do we need to do? Yeah.
Yeah, but I really do think that that's where the money's at right
Okay.
now. I really do think that there should be. I'm hoping that OnlyFans starts making narrative stuff, and it starts being like.
It's kind of going full circle now, if you
Well-
think about it, because they used to have that back in like the
Like a
60s and
choose your own
70s.
adventure
It was
porn?
like a production,
that would
you
be
know?
amazing. Well, isn't that game that everybody Baldur or something?
No.
Baldurdale. There's some video.
Baldurdale.
No. Baldur's Edge. I
Baldur
don't.
Smash is what we come up with,
Oh,
right?
okay. Well, it's like kind of a role-playing D&D looking game, but it's like you can fuck in the game. I've seen people talking about it online, and I'm like,
But like
I
virtually
hate
fuck, are you
gaming.
talking? I'm talking about like you are watching someone have sex on the cams, and you're like, all right, now
Pick the next
pull
thing.
out exactly. Go in the other room, or you know what I mean, or something.
But there are
like that.
video games that let you do that kind of stuff. Like those exist.
IRL.
But
in
you
real
want to watch
life.
IRL.
I don't want to watch. I just
Well,
I
it
want
sounds
people.
like you should
Yeah.
produce it.
All right.
Because
Porn
I
producer,
honestly,
Too many
Tony Klein.
cameras around here. Yeah.
We got enough cameras.
Well,
around.
There's a
Here's
lot
the
of
thing.
doors
Mark,
around here.
there's an
Yeah.
opportunity here.
I have written
You got a bunch of different
quite a
rooms
few
and shit.
things of what I wish I could find that does not exist, that I can't find. And I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I wrote it and directed it and was able to put a full narrative, like live action porn that was good?
But that's how porn
on
was back in the
OnlyFans.
day. Porn was like
Did you see
that. They had
Boogie
like it was a
Nights?
full
Yeah, exactly.
feature film and shit. Like
But
what
those
was
sucked. I mean, we all know that. Like, I brought you a pizza. Like, it's not like
And we
hot.
lay the pipe. Yeah. Yeah.
Mark said? What makes you think I'm not already doing that?
Oh yeah, well maybe
This couch does
But
seem a
no,
little
I feel
sticky.
like in old ones that I've seen, because you can still watch those on
Yeah.
the internet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Lives
watched
forever.
some Russian situations that look like they're from the 80s.
Well, I think because those people that are willing to do that, like you're not going to get like some Academy Award winning person. You're going to get somebody that's
But
not,
I think that there's a happy medium of people who are already doing OnlyFans. Maybe
Yeah.
the thing
It's
is,
true.
you would have to
They'd-
pay them really well. Like
Yeah.
it couldn't just be a
set to audition
whatever.
a bunch of
Nah.
OnlyFans
It's like
people to
these
get like someone that's a good actor
Shakespearean
and also
trained
like
actors like
Well,
to
it's
be
not
or not
like-
to double P.
Here's the deal. It wouldn't be like fucking Oscar-worthy acting. It would be like Riverdale acting.
yeah.
Campy soap
Yeah, no, I think-
opera, but the dialogue would be good. The setups would be good.
Like
We would make it hot.
Bridgerton, but like insertion shots.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
So,
That's
yeah.
all I want. Is it that much? Is that too much?
I mean, they
I
may
want
do it next
authentic
season.
period costumes from the Regency era.
Yeah.
And I want that shouldn't be that hard. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, who
But
knows?
I do think it's gonna blow up. But okay, I have a folder for porn links on my phone for things that are, and I take screenshots of things that are hilarious
Hilarious. Okay.
that take you out of the moment. Like
funny.
you're getting there, you're really excited, and then a guy whips up a dirty Reebok white shoe onto
That's
the bed.
hilarious. What
It's
like,
wild.
what porn
Shit
sites
is
you
so-
watching? There's like
I just Google stuff.
Okay.
I just Google.
Just Google stuff.
I just
Yeah.
Google what I'm
You're like
looking for.
wieners and girls'
You think
vaginas.
that's what I'm Googling? Honey.
yeah.
No, I'm 38. I've like narrowed down the shit.
you have like a more specific.
I have a folder. I have a full note stock of links of like things that I know
Yeah.
are gonna do it.
As you should. I mean, there's like, but the funny thing is I'm still like shell shocked from the days of like getting viruses. on your computer.
JPEGs?
Well, even
Yeah.
that. But like, so there's like just trustworthy websites. I feel like YouPorn and Pornhub, those are safe bets. You start going with the Russian ones with like
Yeah, you're right. I'm
backwards letters and
probably.
shit. Yeah.
I won't do
Backwards
it on my
letters.
computer. I
Yeah.
only do it on my phone, which is probably worse. But like, yeah, you're right. Those are the X Hamster is not bad.
Yeah.
Also, XXNX. Maybe I shouldn't be telling people where to go because I don't know.
And then flooding it. You know what I mean?
Well, no. I just don't know if these are good websites. I don't know if they have a history of nefarious business.
Think those are
What's
like-
Mark say?
I need her hand off the mic.
Oh, you need your hand off the mic. I guess you're.
He's saying, "Oh yeah, XNXX, my favorite." How do you hear what he's saying?
I think you're doing some of the mic. He's writing on a whiteboard.
I did move my mic a little bit. Is that okay?
It's-
Copy. I won't touch the stand anymore.
Because now people aren't going to know those websites. So if you didn't listen, it's XX Hamster.
No. No, yeah. I don't know. I think that could be the future of entertainment. I do think that OnlyFans could become something like bigger, like the next YouTube. Potentially.
It's just fucking sad though, because I don't know. I mean, like,
Have you ever like asked yourself? You're like, man, when you hear all these people making so much money, or like sending feet pics, or like OnlyFans for weird,
Oh, I've
like
certainly
really
thought
weird
about
shit, or
it.
just like something even not sexual, just some weird shit that you just like.
Well,
post a video and see what you can
this is what
generate. I'm sure there's
saying.
all different categories that.
There, a lot of things aren't even related to sex work or like pornography.
Right.
There's cooking shows. There's like all kinds of stuff on there. It's just, I think the rules and regulations of YouTube in order to make money
so that's what
you are trying to be appealing to every age demographic and
right. It's more PC.
It's like a television network at this point, which I think it is kind of.
But is everything on there? Like, I haven't ever been on there, but is it like the things that are is like a cooking show? Is it like a cooking show, but it's like a little raunchy or like a little sexy
just
or
hot
something?
Girls cooking,
okay,
like
but there's like some kind of sexual thing always attached to it.
There's other stuff that's just not. There's people who are just into cosplay. So sometimes like furries, for example.
Yeah.
That's as clothed as you can get.
But are they like doing?
You know
are they
mean?
like
but
petting each other or like doing?
About it.
Are they like doing anything intimate? They're just
they'll
like
just be normal ass cooking shows. You just don't have to deal with the regulations that YouTube has. So you can drink alcohol, you can swear, you could smoke a J, you could do a lot of things. There's just not any like you're not getting dinged.
Can't you do that on YouTube though? But you're just not being able to monetize it, and then the people that make money from
it. Why would you do
it
it if you couldn't monetize?
Well, you're trying to get sponsorship. That's how those people that are doing it, like a big podcast that smoke weed and drink beer and swear and all this stuff. They're making money through sponsorships. Then I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, I guess like
or
we're moving
getting people
to
log on to their paid
OnlyFans,
platform.
Eric.
Okay.
But to me, I think wouldn't you want to be able to take a piece from everything? You know?
Yeah.
So that you are appealing to this platform, that platform.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's trying to do. But with OnlyFans, it's subscription based, but not always. You can still have views and stuff, but you want people to subscribe, and you can do anything you want. There's nobody telling you no.
Right.
So I think maybe as time goes on, the stigma of, it's OnlyFans.
Yeah. That's
Dirty,
like the only hard
it'll go
part
away
about
and
it.
it'll start becoming a more,
Because there's no other
often
real
used platform.
competitor as big as OnlyFans that's
there
doing the
is no
same
bigger
thing.
competitor.
So it's like literally YouTube and then like OnlyFans.
I mean TikTok, but the thing is, I don't know how TikTok works.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
never
not,
understand how people make money off that shit. I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
and that's not long. You can't have like long form.
you can have
on
long
TikTok?
videos on there, but they're only going to be,
Right, like vertical. But you
Yeah.
can't have like an hour-long show on there, can you?
I think you can
or unless
now.
you TikTok live or
Now
something.
you know about TikTok? You just said you don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to pursue things
Yeah.
on TikTok because I'm not doing that good. I've tried to do stuff on there. Let me tell you, they don't like it. And
Didn't
Let me tell you,
they don't like it.
they don't like it.
I've had fun with it. I don't do it very often. I think I tweet more than I do anything else.
Yeah.
But because I don't think people are really looking at it. I don't get that many likes on Twitter, so I'm just like, I'm just fucking around. Like, I don't care.
We don't get a lot of likes and views on any of the platforms we're on. We're on all of them, but we just keep cramming it down people's fucking throats until
We're
they're
back.
gonna find.
Yeah.
We're back again, even though they didn't want it.
Do you want me to do a little thing where I go, like, hey, I know you've seen these guys before, but so don't move. Stop scrolling just for a second. They're gonna pull their penises out.
I've tried all that. Started using the AI thing on our this app I use is called Captions. Not a sponsor yet, but they have like you can pick
You
like.
think AI is gonna sponsor you? AI is here to take from us. They don't want to give you anything.
Yeah, they're like thank you.
They're takers.
They
They're
have
not givers.
this thing on their app where it's like you can pick like they have
People,
like
don't tell the people. Those are real people.
no I've posted about it. I posted one I think or maybe not
my
yet.
robot
But yeah, like this is
sponsor
my
girl.
stupid robot AI person that's gonna
Do
tell
you
you
like podcasts
Yeah,
with
but
two
no,
guys?
it
Yeah.
actually looks really good. It looks pretty real. But like you can pick like through 20 different people. They have accents and different races, genders, all that stuff, and then you put in what you want them to say and they'll say it. I think they just changed it though, because I made one for my dad and my godfather, and they're like these kind of grumpy old guys, and so I was like just shooting the shit. We were drinking and playing cards when I was home visiting my parents, and I'm like, oh, I'm just going to make like a shitty AI thing for him and send it to him. And I made this girl be like, these two old fucks are fucking, like just had her saying like the craziest, worst shit.
So those two men had to sit down together.
No.
And look at that. No.
Well, no. Yeah, after I sent it to him. But
he sent us a thing that he worked on.
I sent it to him individually. But it was like, it took like, 20 minutes to do. I was just fucking around on my phone and I sent it to both of them and they were laughing their ass off. So it was so funny,
it.
Yeah, of course.
That's great.
I wasn't like trying to like, like you
got like a robot to roast
basically
the men in your family.
And then I went back in. I was going to do the same thing for this podcast, and they're like, "You abuse the terms of our conditions and stuff." And like,
what?
I'm like, "What?" They bleep all the swears out. It's like F, whatever, beep, and
yeah, they're really.
But then I think they upped it where you can't even do that anymore. I was like, "Oh, that would have been so much fun."
I can't say "God damn it" on Instagram.
You can't say "God damn it."
No, like if I say "God damn it" in a comment or something, a pop-up thing will come up and be like, somebody was reported for using this language, and I was like, somebody who?
Yeah, like
somebody who? Were they me? Didn't think so.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like what they'll like, I anything that we post, I always filter it through this captions app because it will bleep out any swear words.
Where they say like, bath is bass. And shit.
It doesn't change it just like bleeps it out. So like it'll put like like the star
just
thing.
Put the stars.
Yeah.
Oh,
the fact that you have to say like unalive instead of suicide and all that kind of stuff, it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
that. Like,
I have a
weird
hard
double
time
talk.
with that one because I feel like it gets in the way of having a conversation about
Absolutely,
it.
which is
Because
a big fucking thing. Like
they unalived, or they are unalive. You could just be talking about death.
Yeah.
Or murder. You could say they were unalived or whatever. So it's like you're getting in the way of calling something what it is.
Yeah.
And then being able to have a dialogue about it, honestly.
Yeah.
But I guess it is kind of like you don't know who's watching this stuff. Maybe that word is going to be like.
Well, it says
hard
on
to-
YouTube, it says it asks me all the time.
You're not changing channels. You're not picking a show. You're just going through a timeline.
Yeah.
So you don't have a say on what word you're going to
True.
see. So those words, I guess, have been proven to be triggering and tough.
Yeah.
For
But the name of the hotline is the suicide prevention hotline. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but that's if you mean it. You know,
Yeah.
then it's like I know how to spell it, but that's true.
Yeah.
It's like if you do that, then how are kids going to know how
Like on
you
Insta-
call and
Exactly.
like on
On
Think about
Instagram,
unaliving yourself. Call it the suicide prevention hotline.
I think it's just put up a warning at the top of your video that these like
Or
this
just like
TikTok
any-
contains language
any
that
other
some
show.
may not find suitable.
Yeah, like they do it on TV. Just have like
Which is funny
that's
though
a
because
thing.
that's
The
actually like a
problem is-
spoiler because like I was watching some show and I was like, oh, so this episode contains like suicide or something. I'm like, well, way to fucking give away the goddamn reveal.
I know where this is going.
No, something.
Yeah,
they
come
looked a
on,
little
PC
troublesome
police.
last episode.
Spoiler,
but-
spoiler?
Yeah,
What the
spoiler
fuck?
alert,
Yeah,
To
exactly.
whom it may concern, Fox Network or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it is. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's funny. But no, I think that the thing about TikTok is like you want people to stick around real quick because it's so quick. So putting
Yeah.
up a thing that somebody's got to read at the
Yeah.
beginning, they're gonna go ugh and then like move on. Maybe
Like
that's,
on YouTube, like it asks if this is like meant for kids, and
Sometimes,
you click,
yeah.
well, on all of ours it does. It's always
Obviously.
like, is this suited for kids? And I'm always like, no,
Well, you
no,
know
no,
when
no,
you
Bigger,
no.
bigger net.
upload-
Yes, it is.
when you upload, you can check a box that says an age limit of who can look at it.
Yeah, I think that's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
where it's
yeah.
like this is like we swear, we talk about all
Dude, some
crazy
of the
shit. So
my
like
kid
none of it's for
watches On
kids.
fucking like YouTube's like really tough to screen because like my kid, like it's impossible for him to not to get access to YouTube because every TV is a smart TV, so you can't delete the
Also,
app.
phones, everything.
For sure.
It's so easy.
I don't give him.
But then
I don't give
too,
him phones or tablets. so they don't
okay,
do it.
like you're saying I can't say certain words, can't say suicide, can't say this, whatever. Then you can go on Instagram and all these fucking platforms and watch people fucking die.
No,
Like,
that's
get their-
Twitter.
No, on Instagram. I saw a guy
can,
walk
but-
into a fucking helicopter propeller and his head get chopped off. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm
But
like, how
that
did this
gets
get in my
flagged
feed?
really quick?
But it's everywhere, like army infiltrations and people. I'm like, all right, this is like
Sounds like
on
somebody needs to
here.
cleanse his timeline.
Yeah, what are you watching? What's your algorithm,
No,
buddy?
But no, I've
it just
seen
will
that
pop
in
up
some
in my
cases,
shit.
But Instagram, I think people report and flag things pretty quickly, whereas TikTok has different rules because Elon Musk owns it.
TikTok or Twitter?
Yeah. No, not TikTok. Sorry. Twitter. Sorry. America. Or who else watches this? Is it just America?
My mom and my dad.
Are they not American?
No, they don't know what
Eric's
any of
parents.
these,
If you're
they
from
don't know what
another
any
country,
of these things are.
I'm sorry that I'm not saying the name of your country. You are special, and we're glad you're here.
They're from Wisconsin. It's kind of like a different country.
Yeah, that's not America. Anyway, what were we talking about? Fuck.
Twitter,
X being
Oh
X.
non-regulated,
yeah, okay,
Different rules.
X. God, I will never call it that. I'm so sorry. It's just not happening.
No, I get you. Yeah.
I fuck his wishes.
Yeah, it's
But no, there's different rules over there. I don't understand them all, but I've seen some of the most horrible things on the internet that I've ever seen on there.
yeah.
And also, porn. Just porn
Yeah, oh, yeah,
all
that's
up
right.
and down Twitter.
That's what
Just
I've heard that that's
Everywhere.
on there,
It's,
and I'm like, that's so
crazy. So yeah, if you want to get away with like putting crazy shit on the internet,
So basically,
X is the place you
we
do
need to
it.
move our podcast to Twitter and
Now
OnlyFans.
coming to OnlyFans and X and Twitter.
And Twitter.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's so weird, like the whole regulation shit, and then
Well, I guess he owns it, so he just says whatever he wants to do.
I do like the fact that it is unregulated, though. That is something where it's just like there should be some Wild West left of the internet.
There,
You know what I mean?
that's true. Like you're right. It
Because you
is
don't
the
wanna
Wild
have-
West,
Yeah, like I just kind of feel
but
like
it's
that's
also
a little,
run by like it's being infiltrated by tons of white men. So yes, it is like
Right.
the Wild West.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
actually pretty
But-
accurate.
But it's true. You could say pretty much whatever on there, but you will be subjected to some pretty heinous
if
things.
there was
but
no Twitter, how would the flat Earth people have a forum? Do you know what I mean? We need to have these ludicrous things out there for people.
well, yeah, that's true. Reddit, you go
Yeah.
there.
See, that's for whatever reason, Reddit is like confusing to me. I don't know why. It's like
I think
it's just
everyone uses Reddit. I
Yeah.
think that is it's like such a 90s website, don't you think?
it does look.
The design
yeah,
is
for
still
sure.
kind of like
It looks
chat
like
room
classic car
vintage.
forums that I go to because like those dudes are all like they are basically on that type of format, forums and stuff like that. Where
Yeah.
it's just like they look like antiquated threads. They look like the HTML that I did in high school when we had to make a website, and I was just like, oh, we're just still doing this. Like this is like,
Yeah.
what is this running off like Windows 96?
But the
Yeah.
opinions on there go fucking hard. Let me tell you, as someone who has had people express opinions about me, damn, shit stings.
I had to come to Reddit to
And
get
they're
this one
like
off my chest. Yeah.
really going in. They're like, and minute stuff, and you're like, fuck, you got me. You got me where it hurts.
I
But
think
yeah.
it's the funniest thing when people comment on stuff, and we don't get a lot of comments. But when again, it's like a porn site. It's like two dudes like, man, fuck these guys. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And then someone else will like chime in and be like, well, stick up for us. And then you see like
and
a
then
thread.
they get beaten up in the
yeah,
comments.
yeah, but it's so
You're like, my
stupid.
little guy.
I almost get
You heard
excited.
my little guy.
I'm like, oh, somebody said they hate us. That's awesome.
stood up
like,
for us?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
watched it enough to like hate us. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. I think that the thing I fear that I've experienced is you're doing okay, you're doing good. People are liking what you like,
Yeah.
or liking what you do, and then one person points out something that's kind of true, and then everyone just piles on it.
Yeah.
They get on that bandwagon and go, yeah, and then another thing, and it turns into this.
If it's a constructive criticism, I don't mind that. But
oh,
usually
yeah,
just
who's
someone
doing
talking.
that?
Exactly. Yeah. Way to go, guys!
No, like
Really
no,
good
they're
content,
like,
yeah.
I have a note for the show. Like nobody's.
there's
Yeah.
like one.
Well, actually, that's not true.
Somebody
People do it.
said that we say like way too many times, and then I was like looking back at our videos and our clips and stuff. I was like, we say like all the fucking time, like
You
like
know,
like.
and
Like.
That's not
I'm
a
like,
horrible note, but I also think that
it's a criticism.
like is a fabulous word, and I bet it's not as much as you think.
Not anymore. We're so past like.
Can I tell you the one that I
What
look
about
at
love
with
now?
my podcast is I have to say.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta
have to say.
Like saying that all the time.
Yeah.
I say it so fucking much. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, like, but I have to say,
Yeah, there are these
Yeah.
ticks that we do that
'cause
I
it's
think we're
like
all unaware
you're
of.
asking permission
Yeah.
to say the thing you want to say.
Yeah.
I'll be
Instead of
honest,
just
that's another
fucking
one,
saying it.
Yeah. I'll be
You
honest.
pussy.
Yeah.
Just say it.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, it's like
It's
you're
like if you're trying to stretch
apologizing.
out, like, it's a certain amount of like words you have to hit for like a essay. You're like, I gotta say, back to the question that you would ask.
The word that I type more than anything else is also.
Yeah.
Also.
What an annoying word. Like, also, like, it's also comma. Like, that is so many sentences that I write.
And another thing.
And I never say that. I'm going to replace also with that.
Like 3 words.
And another thing.
For sure. Is this guy, are we supposed to like cover something specific or are we just supposed to
No,
hang?
I mean,
That's
we
it.
wanted to talk about dogs, and we talked about dogs.
Yeah.
and
Can you vape some of your vape? I keep looking at it.
Yeah,
and
you can
it's
give it a
so
shot.
funny.
We
We got
mint over
both
here.
of them.
What the fuck you've been holding out? They're both of you got vapes? Okay,
Yeah,
let's see.
try both of
Here's
them.
the thing. I'm going to say, I don't know who's going to watch this. If you're from Mythical, don't look at me while I do this. I don't own a vape. I do not condone it. But they're a little fun. If you don't get addicted, they're kind of fun. And then you find friends who have them, and then you hang out a lot. And technically, it's still not your vape.
Exactly. No.
There you go.
Did you ever smoke cigarettes?
In like right out of college, I worked in bars.
Okay.
I was working in a lot of bars that I got fired from, and the smoke breaks were
Losing
like,
jobs left and right at bars.
boy, I was bad. I
Yeah.
just couldn't keep up. It wasn't like something I did where it was like get the fuck. Well, there was one time.
It's a service industry. It can
Yeah.
I had
it
a really
puts
good
you through the
impression
ringer.
of the owner of the bar, and
You
he
did-
found out about it, and he didn't like it.
That's an epic way to get fired.
There were a couple other things. I was late for something. There's things.
Yeah.
But that place
Late
is
for
no
a couple
longer
streets.
around. All the places I got fired from, gone.
The Black
There you
Widow
go.
of bars.
Yeah.
You're ahead of your time.
know the-
You knew. The
Kiss
writing
of
was on
death.
the wall.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
this
Grim
shit-
Reaper.
You
This
want a
shit
bar
ain't
to
good.
go out of business. You
Yeah.
hire Elvis.
You hired Fleming over here. I'll fuck it up for you.
Hired
Shut you
Fleming
down.
over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Place
that's
getting
true.
shut down.
You
But
should
yeah.
never vape since you never weren't a career smoker.
is
And
so
they're
good.
good, but the people that go right into vaping, I feel like it's like you're doing methadone without
like
ever
this
doing
one better.
heroin. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do the real shit. You got to smoke cigarettes for several years, then you start vaping, then you wean off. Then you
I
do the
never
little
really
fucking-
Now,
smoked.
hang
So-
on. This is like telling people you have to learn to be an addict.
Yeah.
You have
You
to
need to,
start where the book says to start.
There's no.
And
It's
fuck your
it's-
life up by
yeah.
sucking on a battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's like
It's because it's not like
Finish with the.
There's a
terrible-
reason why I didn't see you with that.
Bad take. This is a bad take.
It's a great take. It's a great
bad
take.
take.
It's a bad
Because
Okay.
there's something about romantic about smoking a cigarette that you either roll yourself or there's a certain amount of time
Oh, you
allotted.
rolled your own cigarettes?
I did. And
You
there's a
were
time
probably
allotted.
insufferable.
But there's depends. Hold on a second, guys.
It's
Before
the
this-
asshole
Guy who
rolling
rolls
it.
up- Oh my God, he's
You
rolling
know
a
they
cigarette.
sell them
But look,
pre-roll already, right?
We're
Yeah.
gonna miss our
and it
reservation
depends.
because
Yeah.
Benjamin Franklin
Yeah.
over here is trying to smoke
Jamming
a
down like an
cigarette.
old musket. Yeah. Hold on for the water. Get it.
Assholes.
So funny.
But there is
Okay, take these
only
away from
a
me.
certain amount of drags you can have. So you're regulating your nicotine intake, right? So now kids are
Dude.
taking in because when the
Oh yeah,
vapor-
when I was dating someone who did it
Yeah.
all the time, I was nuts. I couldn't stop doing it.
clammy hands and shit. You get the mouth sweats. You're fucking taking too much
No,
nicotine.
you
in.
just it's like you. But then I had a breakup, and now I don't have access to vapes very much. So thank you very much. This was a nice
You're
little
welcome.
treat. Sorry, I touched the mic thing again.
Speaking of little treats, this is the part of the podcast where I know you plugged a little bit of your stuff, but we want to let my mom and dad know where they can go to watch.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
oh,
guys. We're getting
stuff.
the deets.
Yeah, we're
Also,
getting
okay,
all
I'll
the
do that, but
deets.
then I'll do the commercial for your cup.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, your mom and dad
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah, they're the only ones. My dad will actually
I'm,
watch the podcast.
Mom and dad demographic. You couldn't tell from
Untapped
Here's the
resource
thing:
there.
if they watch this episode, they're gonna go, "What are you talking about?"
They do
Absolutely
that
not.
every episode. So this will be
Okay.
not.
So I have a podcast called Free with Ads. You can listen to it on MaximumFun.com or anywhere that you get your podcasts. We watch movies that are free streaming. So that could be Pluto, Tubi, or YouTube. Soon there could be even more free streaming services, I think. So we watch them, and it's every week. It comes out on Tuesdays. And it's two of my best friends who I'm on it with, and I can't believe I get to. I've tried to have a podcast so many times, like pitched it around, never got, and this is, I don't know, it's very special. I love it very much.
Cool.
And I have an Etsy store. I make jewelry.
Yeah.
I bet your mama like that. I'm good at it, I promise. It's Flem Gems because my last name is Fleming.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Why didn't you do Gemily?" And I'm like, "Dang it, that is less disgusting. That would have been cool."
It's less disgusting.
Bad branding is what
Flem Gem.
It's pretty bad, but it's all real
Dingleberry
gemstones. Yeah. It's all real gemstones, and I use sterling silver and gold-filled like findings, so everything's hypoallergenic, and it's a real gemstone piece that you'll have.
That's cool.
And I worked in jewelry a lot in from 15 to 20. I worked in estate jewelry, and for 2 different jewelry designers.
How many jewelry designers were out of business after you?
Well, one of them's dead.
You actually killed them.
No, the estate jewelry store is still there. It's in Nashville, Tennessee. AJ Martin Estate Jewelry. It's the coolest store. It's like really cool old stuff. And the lady who works there, if you tell her that Frosty sent you, she'll probably be mean to you, but then really nice. You got to let her be mean to you a little bit.
Okay. It's part of like
it's kind of part of
rite
her
of
charm.
passage kind of thing.
Yeah, no, so I know how to make a lot of stuff, but recently I got back into it, and I'm very happy I did. It makes me very happy.
You get the gratification from building stuff or making
It's
stuff.
so fun. It really is fun. Also, I make stuff I want to wear, so if I don't want to sell it, I just keep it.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
what
kind of
I,
thing.
It's a
But
move.
That's what Eric's
so do
decked in head to
that.
toe.
Yeah, just
And then
just make it yourself.
I'm on a wonderful YouTube program. Can I do that again? Program? What
You can do
the
it as
fuck? Is this
much-
AA? Like, what are we doing? Okay, anyway. I work for a really wonderful YouTube, like, entertainment mecca. I'm going to take it again. Your dog
Yeah, he's
distracted me.
going to town
Can
on
I
this thing
actually
over
just
here.
have the dog in my lap while I do this?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, I'm going to need the dog while I talk about the show.
Take 3 on the program.
Yeah.
Program.
I'm also going to refill my beer. And what's the dog's name again? Ernie. Hi, Ernie. Hi, Ernie. Don't fuck with the mic stand. He gets mad. Ernie. Oh, Ernie doesn't want to be with me. Ernie loves his daddy. Oh. Ernie. Give me that. Give me it. Come here.
Ooh, that
oh my
look.
God.
He's like,
Lady.
Ernie, come here.
You know what you just did?
Come here. Get in the crevice. Go over there. Yeah. Get over there. Okay.
he's like,
All right.
Oh, oh.
Ernie. Ernie.
We got to plug the program. Ernie, no.
This is mine now.
Buttons went down the same way.
Nope.
oh,
Ernie.
he can't jump up.
He can't jump that high up.
He's only learned down, not up.
Ernie.
Yeah.
God, that dog is adorable. I'll leave you alone. Oh my God, he's walking so slow. He's so sad. Okay.
So, Dad, what the hell was
Take
that?
3. I'm on a YouTube show called Good Mythical Morning. I'm a consulting producer, on camera personality. I do pretty much whatever they want me to do, and I love that place. We also have a channel that is part of the mythical umbrella called Mythical Kitchen. Amazing chef Josh Shear, the entire Mythical Kitchen crew is amazing. I do shows there. And then there's a really cool like fan platform called Mythical Society. There is like a membership to it, but I have a stand-up special on there.
No, you do?
Kinda. It was like a bunch of people from the show. I did like 10 minutes. I think I was the worst, but I had a great time doing it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, you can go on there. And then also there's a YouTube channel for Sporked, which is the mythical entity, like publication. They have an online publication, but now they have a YouTube channel, and it's kind of, we film it with a phone, and like,
Okay.
it's like whatever. It's super lo-fi
Little
and
gorilla
fun.
style.
But it's about taste testing and recommending grocery store items. So they're like
Nice.
the grocery store entity of Mythical, and it's really fun. I drink the alcohol usually for the. There's certain episodes that we do where they bring me on to taste. We did all of the Buzz Balls recently.
Oh, really?
It was crazy. So that kind of thing. So Sporked is another channel on YouTube you should check out.
Sweet.
And then I'm M Flemily on Instagram and Flemily Emming on Twitter and
Ooh, that's just
TikTok.
fucking with my dyslexia real bad.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine. That's how I read it anyways.
I wanted to have it be Fleming, like Flemily Emming across the board, but this yoga instructor on Instagram already had it, and she's messaged me going, "People keep like
Tagging you?
messaging me
Yeah.
and tagging me and stuff that's not me," and I'm like, "I'll pay you
Hey,
to take
change your name to
this.
it.
I'll
You
take
gotta-
this
yeah,
handle
yeah.
if you want." And she's like, "Nah."
Yeah.
So sorry, but she has gotten my wiki feet score up.
Oh, nice.
Because people think that she's me, so then they
That's
put
hilarious.
pictures of her feet, and that's the only reason why my
I
score is higher. I have a low score on WikiFeet.
I didn't know WikiFeet was the thing till I was listening to your podcast about.
Oh, you listened to it?
I did
Aw,
homework.
I didn't
yeah.
know you listened
Thumbelina,
to it.
yeah.
Thank
That
you.
was
How
the-
about you?
I scroll through your Instagram on the drive over here.
Okay. Well, you know what? I appreciate you doing that. That's cool. But that's really nice that you listened
Well,
to it.
Yeah. So thanks for doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And I would definitely. Oof, I don't ever want my feet on WikiFeet. But you can follow me at on Instagram at
Put
Tony
your
Klein
feet.
Comedian.
Take your shoes off right now.
No, I don't want to see them. I
Well-
just have one giant toe.
The thing is, I think my feet are pretty, but they like stinky feet. I don't know what it is people
Ooh,
like.
Putting your kid through college with
my
those-
second
I bet
toe
you
is like
probably-
hobbit feet,
has a
Tony.
nice curve to it.
Your
So
what? Your
I have my
second
second
toe?
toe. My second. So my big toe is just like a giant ass thumb, right?
Okay.
And then my second toe just kind of bends a little bit, like it's kind of like it wants to go this way.
No,
So I
the
got-
third one is straight up,
Yeah.
and then the fourth
Yeah, the rest of them
one
are all
is-
So you got a
perfect.
wandering toe.
Yeah, I
It's
got call it
kinda-
dead man's curve. I
It's
got
going
ma-
on an
Mark-
adventure.
symmetrical on both feet.
Mark's
My-
saying we're running
yeah.
out of time.
Yeah.
We're running out of
And my son
memory.
at Tony Klein Comedian on Instagram, and for show dates and stuff, TonyKleinComedian.com. Eric.
Go to the ericandtonyshow.com. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Post 60-second reels every day on all those platforms. Full episode every Monday on YouTube. Full audio on Spotify every Monday as well. If you want to buy any of my hats or apparel, you can go to ericandtonyshow.com.
This apparel's really good.
Shortdogs.com. And check that stuff out. Thank you again, Emily Fleming.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Appreciate you coming in here.
You run a
and-
good gig
and
right
shoot-
here.
Shooting shit with us.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, this is fun.
Real recognize real.
All right.
So, episode 57.